So we got an early start this morning, and as usual on short drive days, we just cruise down the road and look at the brown signs. And when you see one of those, you have to figure out what it is and decide if you want to visit it in the less than a minute you have before the exit occurs. And that's how we ended up at the Pez Visitors Center. And the Visitor Center is basically a giant museum with decades and decades worth of interesting Pez dispensers, as well as the largest Pez dispenser in the world. The manufacturer floors were empty because it's a holiday, but everybody diligently worked on their bingo cards, searching the cases. We have made it to Spruce Run Recreation Area, where the kids were promised a campfire tonight, but it's supposed to start raining about 5 o'clock. So here they are.
Dad! I got it.
At 84 degrees, roasting marshmallows. The rain came as predicted, and it has continued, so we are headed to the Statue of Liberty, where we are supposed to have as much rain as we're having now. Do you guys think we can do it?
Yeah.
Right. The Skowhegan umbrella and boots are in effect. We've made it through security and are going to head out to see Lady Liberty in a bit. Traffic was awful, but conveniently our ferry was also delayed half an hour, so everything worked out. But before we could go out to Liberty Island, we needed to go to Ellis Island and learn about the history there, which was absolutely incredible. We had an amazing tour of a building that was designed to be welcoming, even though it was a government building. And we learned a lot about immigration in that period and what people went through to get here. And then it was on to the pedestal, where of course we took the stairs to get to the incredible views of the New York and New Jersey harbor at the feet of Liberty. We sent the ladies in to shop at the gift store, but the last of the passengers are getting on the next ferry, and we're gonna see if they come flying out and catch the ferry in time, or if we have to wait another 40 minutes. Here they come, with minutes to spare. Okay, go kids, go! They're coming this way, Thomas. And Jenny came home with a sweet little stuffed animal as well. This penguin has its own foam Statue of Liberty hat. Okay, kiddo, you are 63 days into a 125-day trip.
Yes.
You've made some memories so far. When you get home thus far, what are some of the things you tell your friends about?
I would tell them about the Oshkosh flying, getting to Sequoia Plains, and the kittens at the Ingalls Homestead in South Dakota. And I would tell them about the Statue of Liberty.
You've been living pretty differently for the last 2 months. What are some things you miss about civilization?
Well, I miss having my own space. In the camper, you either have a bed on the edge that you share with someone, or you have a bed in the middle that is converted into public space. There's 0 other places for you to sleep, so I miss that. And I also miss the factor of bathrooms and showers that are close to you.
You're 2 months in. What are some things you've enjoyed on the trip so far?
Yellowstone and all the geysers in the Grand Prismatic Pool. PEI and all the fun stuff that there was there, and the beaches. The Oshkosh flying and the badger. And the Statue of Liberty. And swimming at my cousin's.
And have there been any disappointments on the trip?
When Dad ordered firewood but no marshmallows, Mom went drove and got marshmallows. When we were scheduled to have hot dogs and then instead had salad. And when we just couldn't get the fire to light.
All right, in the last 2 months, you've learned a lot. Anything interesting that you've learned?
I've learned how to tell the weight of a cannon based on numbers on its breech. I've also learned how a lock works and how boats are navigated through them.
And you've been living quite a bit different. What would you say was the low point of the trip so far?
Cody, Wyoming, when I woke up with, I forget if it was Thomas or Joey's elbow in my rib cage, and they had to evacuate the upper bunk due to a windstorm.
All right, 63 days on the road. What do you want to tell people?
Well, we went to the Legoland Discovery Center in Boston, and like those tips, if you ever go there, you probably should go to the top floor. They have a lot of cool stuff there. And like Kingdom Quest, you have little blasters that have little red dots, and you shoot at orcs and goblins and other things.
And is there anything coming up that you're looking forward to?
Gettysburg!
Why are you looking forward to Gettysburg?
Because I could probably buy something.
You have also made it halfway through the trip. Thoughts and observations so far?
So the one thing I didn't think about when we were planning this is the loss of daylight. The first part of the trip, our days were so long, and it was so nice to be able to pack so much into every day and still have daylight to come back and have the kids have playtime and run around at camp. And now it's dark at 7:30 and that pushes people into the camper sooner and pushes the mess level of the camper up a little higher, which I'm still, I guess I'm a little used to now. The kids really are doing a pretty good job, but every once in a while I just have to put everything back where it should be. Other things that have been really nice has been the little islands of humanity when we visit friends and family along the way. Those have been really, really good. I almost consider them a vacation from our vacation. So glad to have so many across the United States, and if you hosted us, thank you so much. It really was a lovely respite from travel life.
And I would say it's been really good. I feel like we kind of worked around some stuff, worked through some stuff, kind of got to the breaking point and then found a way to do it. And I think awesome. Learned so much about the world, myself, and I'm looking forward to the second half and also to being home. One thing I really miss is the Mariners are making an incredible playoff run, and I'm not getting to follow it quite as closely as I'd like.